Hello, all, and welcome to today's session on one simple tip to get complete immunity from all your income tax cases from penalty and prosecution. It's a simple tip, it's the latest development. It's called the Dispute Resolution Committee. I'm your host today, Dr. C.A.Abhishek Murali, and today's session is brought to you by the All India Taxpayers Association. My dear friends, I'm sure all of you are well aware that the income tax has been issuing a lot of notices, lot of income tax assessment orders have been passed since 1st of April, and many of you are clueless as to how to handle this situation. Sometimes it is genuine, sometimes it's a mistake, sometimes it's an unplanned development which has happened in the process. So today's session, I'll be quickly giving you the latest tip to get complete immunity from penalty and prosecution through filing one simple mechanism known as the Dispute Resolution Committee. So, my dear friends, what is this Dispute Resolution Committee? It's a committee constituted by the government and the income tax department to allow an ease of settlement for your income tax cases. It is completely transparent, it is completely above board, and it will help you avoid total litigation under income tax. Normally, under income tax, you have three levels of authorities: an assessing officer, a commissioner of income tax appeals, and an income tax appellate tribunal. After that, you have the High Court and the Supreme Court also. But what if I can tell you at the first level itself, instead of fighting five different levels over a long period of time, paying huge fees to a chartered accountant or a lawyer to go and appear each time? What if I could tell you just paying a one time fee and getting a one time complete settlement for that assessment order is available to you? Not only that, you get a guaranteed immunity from penalty and prosecution. It is a completely legal methodology, my dear friends, which was finalized on 5th of April this month, 5th of April 2022, called the Dispute Resolution Committee. There was something known as the Settlement Commission before, where once in a lifetime, an assessee can approach the income tax, file through the Settlement Commission, and get a waiver of the penalty and prosecution. But that was available only once in a lifetime. And naturally, what people did, whenever they used to get subject to search or when they were subject to survey, they will come under this scheme because it was a huge addition which was normally involved in those cases. So, settlement commission, even though it was available to all, was largely utilized only by persons who were subject to raid under the income tax. Now, that has been scrapped, and instead, you have this dispute resolution committee. So, who is this committee? Who is part of this committee? What is this committee? It is a three-member committee constituting two persons who are retired commissioners of the income tax and one person who is the present commissioner of the income tax. And all of them are appointed by the central government, my dear friends. As I told you, the biggest benefit under this scheme is a full immunity from penalty and prosecution, and all your income tax proceedings pertaining to that particular assessment comes to a total full stop. It comes to a complete end. It cannot be once again agitated on that particular matter, and you can avoid repeated litigation. But there are certain conditions. How we always hear, mutual funds are subject to market risk. Conditions apply. Just like that, conditions apply here also, my dear friends. What is the first condition? Tax on the returned income should be fully paid. Now, this is a condition which is fairly simple because almost all assessees today will be paying their full tax on their returned income. Your auditor normally he will not allow you to file your return of income unless you pay the full taxes. He will say pay the self-assessment tax. He will say before you file the return, please pay the tax. Otherwise, it will be a defective return. So they are asking you to pay the tax on your returned income, not after the additions, on the returned income. So whatever returned income you have filed, please pay the full taxes. Almost everyone will satisfy that. That is not a condition to worry about. Now, the next two conditions, the twin conditions, are very, very important. What are they? First condition: your returned income should not exceed rupees 50 lakhs. So, if I am earning 75 lakhs, 1 crore, 2 crores, or 3 crores, this scheme is not for me. It is meant for genuine associates who are smaller, who have income less than 50 lakh rupees. Only then you can come under this scheme. You can be a company, you can be a firm, you can be an individual, it does not matter. But your returned income, whatever income you have filed, should not be more than rupees 50 lakhs. Then the next condition, the disputed tax. Whatever addition is made by the assessing officer, that should also be within rupees 10 lakhs, my dear friends. Very, very, very important condition. It is a twin condition. Let us take the example. My income is 41 lakhs. The income that I'm earning, the returned income is 41 lakhs. The addition made by the assessing officer is 7 lakhs. So therefore, the total income in my case is 48 lakhs, my dear friends. So this 48 lakhs, you can tell me now whether I am eligible to the scheme or not. First condition, my income should be less than 50 lakhs. My returned income is 41 lakhs. So I satisfy that. The disputed tax or additions should be less than rupees 10 lakhs. It is only 7 lakhs. So once again, I satisfy this criteria. But suppose my returned income is 41 lakhs, but the disputed addition made by the assessing officer is 15 lakhs, then I cannot come under the scheme even though I satisfy the first criteria. So please note, both criteria have to be satisfied. Returned income should be less than 50 lakhs and the disputed addition or the disputed tax should be less than rupees 10 lakhs, my dear friends. The next important point is I should have cooperated with the committee and no prosecution proceedings should already be initiated. Now, here I want to clarify, when I say disputed tax, am I talking about the addition to the income or am I talking about the tax portion only? Now, that is a very, very important point that maybe did not come out clearly when I was explaining the earlier point. Now, here the important point to note, my dear friends, the twin criteria is pertaining to not only your returned income but also the aggregate sum of variations proposed. So it is the additions, it is not the tax. It is not the tax, it is the addition. So as I rightly told you in the example I quoted, it is the addition, it is not the tax amount. The disputed additions should be less than rupees 10 lakhs. Of course, there are certain restrictions, even though the scheme is available to all. Every assessment year, I can come under the scheme if I want to. But certain persons cannot use this dispute resolution. Who are they? Any person who is subject to search. If you are a person who has been raided by the income tax, then you cannot use this scheme. Any person subject to survey, you cannot use this scheme. Where I have received information from a foreign jurisdiction. From UK, I am getting information. Income tax department gets a call. This person is saying that he has income from India. Has he offered it in India? We'll say no, he has not. Then this is the information we are passing on to you. So in his case, when that person says, okay, sir, I will come under dispute scheme, please don't levy penalty on me, he cannot do that. So where information is received from a foreign jurisdiction, in those cases also, you cannot come under the scheme. So against what orders can the scheme be applied? It can be applied against all assessment orders, my dear friends. There is a detailed listing of what are the orders, but your intimation order, your reopening order, your scrutiny assessment, your rectification order, your TDS, TCS orders, all of them, you can go under the scheme. So it's a very wide scheme. There's no major restriction over here. And finally, the most important one, what is the fee that I have to pay under the scheme? The government fee is a simple rupees 1,000 only. It is a very, very simple sum. It is the same cost as going for an appeal. So instead of going for an appeal, you can always go for the dispute resolution scheme by paying rupees 1,000. Yes, there is a procedure involved. There will be hearings. You have to give statement of facts and grounds. So therefore, proper evaluation will be done. But still, it is a hugely beneficial scheme available at a very, very, very good price. So, my dear friends, this is a simple tip, just one single tip. Apply for the dispute resolution, settle all your tax dues, respond to all your tax cases, and get complete immunity from penalty and prosecution. I'm your host, Dr. C.A. Abhishek Murali, and thank you very much for listening in today and wish you all the very best.